described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
If you think Jesus was just a nice guy holding a lamb, you haven't met the real Jesus. The real Jesus flipped tables, called out religious leaders as snakes, and said he'd come back, not with hugs, but with eyes like fire and a sword in his mouth. If that makes you uncomfortable, good, because we've been sold a version of Jesus that's safe. And a safe Jesus can't save anyone. Jesus wasn't nice. He was dangerous. We've sanitized Jesus into a gentle teacher, always in a white robe. But the real Jesus, he was a threat to the entire system. His message wasn't just challenging. It was so revolutionary, it got him executed. This wasn't just about moral outrage. This was a direct theological confrontation. Jesus redefined purity not through rituals, but through himself. He told the Pharisees he was the fulfillment of the law. Check out Matthew 5:17. He said, "Destroy this temple and I will raise it up in 3 days." Gotta check out John 2:19. That wasn't metaphor. It was a claim to authority that no prophet dared to make. He declared war on the status quo. When Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor," the wealthy elite trembled. He wasn't offering comfort. He was staging a coup against the entire social order. The Beatitudes weren't inspirational quotes. They were battle cry announcements to all that society rejected and marginalized. And the real paradox? Those rejected by society, they would actually inherit everything. And here's where apologetics lights the fuse. What kind of man defeats death by dying? Christianity makes a truth claim that Jesus rose. Physically, historically, verifiably. Paul wrote, "If Christ has not been raised, your faith is worthless." 1 Corinthians 15:14. He scandalized the religious establishment. He touched the untouchables. He celebrated with society's rejects. This isn't feel-good spirituality. It's either the biggest hoax in history or it's true. And the religious leaders, he called them snakes and hypocrites to their faces. And if it's true, it means surrender is not failure. It's the ultimate victory. His grace wasn't sweet. It was weaponized compassion that threatened the entire religious power structure. The Jesus who flips tables also says, "I am the Alpha and the Omega, who was and is to come, the Almighty." Revelation 1:8. He flipped power upside down. The first shall be last. The greatest must be a servant. Every empire in history has ruled through dominance. But Jesus, he conquered by surrendering everything. His revolution didn't march with armies. It triumphed through apparent defeat. You can't reduce him to a Sunday school mascot. You must respond to him as Lord, because one day you'll see him as he is. Eyes like fire, tongue like a sword, crowned with many crowns. He doesn't just invite you to comfort. He demands surrender. Talk about the devil's biggest mistake. You want to rebel against the system? Follow the revolutionary they had to kill to silence him. Don't settle for the soft, sanitized version. Instead, wrestle with Jesus. Bring your doubts to him. Use this apologetically to grow and enhance your faith. Because ultimately, his love was too dangerous for the system and all those that benefited from it. If you reject Jesus as Messiah, you still have to explain how a carpenter from Nazareth reshaped history without wealth, army, or politics. Because no, he isn't safe, but he is good. Subscribe to join the Jesus Uprising.